Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. Getting ready to do a little more cooking. Getting set up for it. Got my trash bag. I'm gonna do that chicken fajita, and getting ready to get it going. Come on up there. For you that don't know, when you're getting your bell peppers, if they have 4 knobs on the bottom, they're a female bell pepper. If they got 3, they're a male. The females are a sweeter pepper. So we always get the sweeter peppers for this. Bet a lot of you didn't know that. Got my onion. I'm set up. Got stuff over here ready to go. Let me, I assume everybody knows how to cut a pepper and all that. Let me wash them off right quick. I'll be right back with you. Alright. I got my onion cut up and going. Got these ready to go. Oh, that's for my chicken. Now, there's not a whole lot to tell you about bell peppers other than you want to get the seeds out. And the membrane, this stuff on the side is called the membrane. That is what makes them bitter. That works in jalapenos and on these. So you really want to get that out, however that you want to do it. I do have a spoon in there that I could use for it, which I might do if I can find it. Okay, Grandma, where'd you hide it at? Sometimes she hides stuff on me. That's a dirty knife. There it is.
What did I hide?
This spoon that I can't find.
Oh, the grapefruit spoon?
Yeah, the grapefruit spoon. I knew it had a name. Now you can go ahead and cut these in half and all that stuff to get it out of here if you want. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do it the hard way like this. So I can tell about how bad I'm being abused and all that shit. I like to get all them seeds out of there. Come on. Don't make a liar out of me. Well, that's how I do. I get all that membrane out of there. Other than that, cut them up how you want. I like doing stuffed peppers, which I ain't had in a long time. Simply because anymore, they don't agree with me so good. That really sucks. So let me get this busted up here, get my peppers done up, and in there I sweat this stuff. That's what they call it, sweating it. That's where you cook it on a real low heat. And believe it or not, it brings the sweetness out in it. A lot of people trip when they hear you talking about certain things having a sweet taste to it. You know, when you talk about peppers or onions. Well, it's a fact. And that's what I will do to this stuff too. I'll cook it real slow. And while it's getting going, we was going to attempt to make a cauliflower soup, but we have a head of cauliflower that was in the ice box, and I have a hankering to try that. But me and Grandma got talking about it, and she would really rather us not, being we ain't never done it. she has a baked cauliflower dish that she's been wanting to try. So that's what we're going to do. Now I want you to notice that I am going to leave these peppers long like this. Because it is a chicken fajita meat roll that we're making. And with fajitas, you usually have longer meats or longer peppers and stuff. I did cut my onion down for two reasons. The main reason is because I forgot to do it like this. But I'm going to pretend like it was because Grandma don't really like onions. She'll tolerate cooked onions, but she ain't a big fan of onions. So I'm going to say I did it for her so that she don't have to eat so much onion. Yeah, that's why I did it. And also notice we have a red and a green. Normally we would have got red, green, and yellow, but I had the boys here working today, and Grandma went into the store because I forgot these yesterday, but she had to run into the store for some stuff, and I asked her to pick these up, and she said they didn't have the yellow. A lot of times you can get them in a 3-pack where they have the different colors, and to me there ain't no difference in them other than the colors, and it makes your food a little prettier. So do you want to eat pretty food or do you just want to eat? So in this case we're going to do it like this. I smell them onions behind me, so I want to turn them down just a little bit more. I shouldn't be hearing them and smelling them. Now here in a minute I'll put a little more olive oil in there. And I'm going to repeat the same process on this one. Y'all don't need to watch me cut up to them. I'll be back. Alright folks, got my peppers and onions over here sweating. Grandma asked me to do her cauliflower. She said it's actually called a roasted cauliflower. So something new she's trying, which I'm sure by now you figured out that I don't mind trying new. New is good. It's different. And you do the regular same old stuff, that gets kind of boring. So, I had stopped long enough to get a cigarette, had a couple of hits off one. Now it really surprised me that Grandma had not done cauliflower from the head like this before. We're notorious, good scissors ain't they? We're notorious for doing our cauliflower, broccoli, California mix, but we always do that, normally we do that from a frozen dish, or frozen package. And we had the opportunity to get some that wasn't frozen. And I had done it here, I don't know, a couple weeks back. I don't know if I think we did a video of it, I'm not sure. And then this was on sale, whatever. And the wife grabbed it and asked me if I would go ahead and clean it for her so that she could do this roasted cauliflower. So being it came to my attention that some people have never done this, I decided I would go ahead and make a video of it. As you can see, I have pulled all this stuff off of it, from around it, everywhere that I could. And that leaves you this big center stalk. And her recipe definitely says don't use that. So, now I have some scissors out here that I will be using in a few minutes. But to start out, I'm going to just start easing down in here. I don't know if you can see or not. I'll try to show you. See, let me clip some of that out of there, just so you can see better. Won't take but a second, be patient. We had Robert working out in the garage today. Had Lakota working out in the yard. But finally getting some of my tools and stuff squared away out there. They have been out of order for so long. And we've been using the garage for everything but a garage. And it still has a bunch of other stuff in it right now. That's part of moving, remodeling, and doing all that stuff. I don't think we've parked the car in it since we bought it 5 years ago. Come on out there. Okay, that don't want to come out right now. So now, if you can look down in there, see how each one of these flowerets, that's called a floweret, see how each one has a stalk down inside there? And a lot of times you can take your knife and cut down in there and cut around it. I have been trying to step up into modern times and do stuff a little bit easier, which they say is cutting it with your scissors. So you can cut it with your scissors, and then, oh come on. They claimed it was easier. Then you just pull it out like so. And I'm sure after I have done scissors a while, I could probably do this without so much hassle. It's a learning curve. And cauliflower is really not hard. Yeah, see, after I did a couple of them, it just started falling apart. So I'm going to do her and leave them in these big flowerets. Some of them, when you call for them, they want you to come down smaller. As you can see, there's, well, where's the camera at on there? There is more of them. So I could go in and knit more like I just did this, make them a lot smaller. I'm also eyeballing them. I wasn't because I was talking. I eyeball them for little spots like that. And when I find them, I just shave it off there, just like so. Which doesn't mean the whole thing's bad or none of that. It's just one of them things that happens. It's a plant growing outside. And I'm going to continue to just cut my way around it. I'll be back. Maybe she'll let me tell you what she's doing. I don't know. We'll see. Bye. Alright, folks. Grandma's starting to crowd me a little bit. She's getting ready to do her cauliflower stuff. I have my onions and peppers going over there. This is the chicken from last night. And gonna cut it up. And I want to cut it in strips of sorts. I don't want it in whole pieces. Y'all have ate fajitas before. I assume you have ate fajitas before. So I am going to try to get some of the fat off of here. And I'm going to slice it on down. I had some some other stuff in there I was gonna fix this weekend, and we just had too much going on. I ain't got to do it. If I had a sharper knife, it would go a long ways. But meat chicken's always been a pain in the butt. And cutting on a glass board don't help. And if I was using the right knife, it might help. But anyway, that's what I am about right now. Little stuff like that, I'm just throwing it in there. Stuff like that, I don't know if you can see past that bag or not. A little fat needs to come off there. This one I've got obviously one that went by the wayside last night because it was so ugly and it had fat. Now actually Grandma's real good at getting rid of this fat. She's more practiced than I. But that's because I didn't care for the longest time. She was attempting to make me eat healthier, so she's been doing it longer. Hey, I was like, that's the good stuff. Quit getting rid of the good stuff. But now this will be one of them long drawn out meals that takes a little while because I cook it slow. I stopped in Florida a long time ago. Stopped by a buddy's house. Well, actually, he was my boss. And his wife was working. We were doing the trade show freight. And she had to work that Saturday. We didn't, and I was down there early for my deal. And I told him, well, I'll just stop by and I'll make it some chili. You know, and I'd warned him it takes me a while to make chili. So I went and got everything I needed to make chili. Got my beans and whatnot going, and I do my chili with beans from dried beans. And it just blew him away about how long it took me to make pan chili. But, as it turns out, they're the kind that makes chili with canned beans. To me, that ain't chili. So, they teased me for the longest time about how slow I cook. But, when they ate the chili, they sure didn't turn away from it. They allowed it was pretty decent. So, I have quite a bit of this to do. You see, I've got that in another pack. I'm not going to do that whole other pack. Grandma had asked for me to get some extra. She likes to stick one or two in a freezer bag, or in that sealer thing, vacuum sealer actually. And when she's here by herself, she can throw them on George Foreman, on the little countertop, not our big outdoor one. So she's gonna get some of them. And in the meantime, I got a whole bunch of chicken to cut up. You don't want to watch it. I'll be back. Alright folks, it's funny how stuff changes on you. Can you see this skillet of meat I got? Right there. Now that's all my onions, peppers, and chicken. And it's gotten so dadgum full. This other package, it's going in the freezer. We thought we was going to need more of it for this deal. We're not. So I'm not opening that to freeze up Grandma in here, none of that. This is just going in the freezer, and I've got some pork chops in there I planned on cooking. I didn't get to cook. I got some chicken that I planned on using. It ain't getting used. So I got pork chop and chicken for next weekend. It is what it is. I'm good with that. So let me clean up some of this stuff and whatnot, get this going. All I'm going to do here is splash a little bit. Let me turn you around a little bit. All I'm going to do on the chicken right there is I'm going to put a little more olive oil on it and toss it a little bit. You can see I'm still cooking on low. I'm down below 3. I want this to slow cook. So let me clean up, wash my hands, get this going. I'll be back sooner or later. Alright folks, I got Miss Bashful here. She's doing her cauliflower thing. I want you to know she don't like this. And she tells me that too. She done washed the cauliflower. You seen me prepping a while ago. And she has now dried it. She had it draining for the longest time. Then she put paper towels in there and poured it on over here. She has a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and she added probably a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic and salt and pepper. And now she's going to put it in this bowl, spread it all over it, and then she's going to continuously toss it in there and spread it all over it. Then she's going to, oh, we need to get your oven preheat. What do you need it at, you reckon?
400.
100?
4.
Oh, 400. Oh. But she's getting this all ready to go in the oven, and this is roasted cauliflower. Neither one of us have ever had this either. We both like cauliflower, so we're going to see how this turns out. So she has a pan over there, if you can see it, that she's got lined, and that's what she's going to put it on. So all these flowerets got cut down. She did have me cut some of them down a little bit smaller. There's really not going to be a whole lot to show here. So tossing this, getting that all over as much as she can, and going in the oven. Any idea how long?
Probably about 30 to 40 minutes.
30 to 40 minutes at 400 degrees. And I agree with her. She needs a little more olive oil in there than what. And it's hard for them to judge how much to put on a head of cauliflower because they don't know how big a head we got. So there you go. That's what she's got going. I got my stuff over there slowly cooking. She's got her stuff here slowly cooking. We'll see where it goes from here. We'll be back. Well, here I ain't going to cut you off quite that quick. I did, but I turned you back on. Because now she's putting it on her pan there. Now you can actually see what it is. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You wind up with...
I do that? You don't think I want to do that?
No, because you end up with too much garlic. That's a lot of garlic in there.
Okay.
Let me just bring y'all a little bit closer to what she did. I can't see my camera. Well, knock my cigarette ash off somewhere there, Mama. Alright, let me see if I can see the camera. So that's what she's got right there. And we'll see how it turns out. Put you back over here. And we're learning how to dodge around this tripod. We'll be back. Okay, Grandma would just tell me this is actually called roasted garlic Parmesan cauliflower. So she's telling me that after it bakes in there for this little while, she's going to put some Parmesan cheese on it. Actually, sometime I got to get her. I don't eat grits, and our son, the one that's deceased, that was a chef, he turned her onto one of his recipes he cooked in a restaurant, which was Parmesan grits. And it's hard for me to say that. The only way that I've ever liked them. And he gave her the recipe, which was for a big pot for the restaurant, and he'd cut it in half for her, and she had cut it in half again to make it to go to our church. which living in Georgia, they almost thought that I was the Antichrist myself for not liking grits. And this is the only way I like grits. So sometime y'all help me out. Tell her, Grandma, show us how to make the Parmesan grits. Good stuff. We'll be back in a little bit. Bye. All right, folks. Say what?
Turn the light on.
Okay. I'm gonna flip my chicken first. Grandma's sitting in there passing out orders to me. She can be a bossy woman. I'm lowering you down a little bit, as you can see. I came in to check my chicken. And now look at all that water that cooks out of this chicken. That's why when you hear people, I guess I could use her lid holder. That's what one of the things that aggravates me is how much water they actually add to your meats and stuff in these stores. And to me, all it is ripping us off. I mean, we buy this by the pound. And we'll move some of that over. Look at all that water. Well, you can't see it. And if I tilt the tube for you, yeah, there you can see some of it. That's ridiculous. You've seen all I did was add some oil to it. But I had more than enough chicken a while ago when I started cooking it. Now look how it all has cooked down. Chicken shouldn't cook down like this. So, and you know, I could blame Walmart because I bought the chicken at Walmart, but they all do it. Every damn one of them, they all do it. So what I'm going to do is, normally I don't want that much water, liquid in my meats when I add my seasoning. So this is getting close to where I want it at. So let me find something to pour some of this into right there. That'll work. I'll be back with you. Alright, I poured off the majority of it. I didn't want more than, say, a cup. And I think I'm gonna, what I have is some magic seasoning blends. This is a Fiesta Magic. Quite a while back, I delivered to a place in Louisiana, and they made all these different seasonings, and I talked to the old boy, and he turned me on to quite a few different freebie packages, and we have a few of them left, and this here was some of them. I am not liking that coming out clubbed up like that. So I'm going to fix it. That's because these have gotten a little bit old on me, but they should still be good. Yeah. Come on. Which is why you heard me popping it a while ago. I was trying to get it to come on out of there and break down as it came out, but it didn't want to cooperate. I hate it when that happens. Let me get by you here and get a fork. Y'all are in the way. And once again, I'll be leaving the house here and leaving Grandma a big old mess in her kitchen. But you see how that went in there? You don't want big old globs in there. Look how big some of that is. And it'll break right on down. Ain't a big deal. That's much better. Grandma, you got 2 minutes left on your stuff in here. That 6 minutes went by quick, didn't it? I could have swore it said 8 minutes when I started. Alright, there we go. Now let me flip, plop, and turn it. Get that seasoning stirred around through here. Then I'm going to let it simmer for a while longer. Quite a bit longer, actually. We was going to do a fajita ring, so it's going on 7 o'clock. It's going to be pretty late when we get to eat tonight. Less than a minute. Starting to go off on you. Alright, so there we go. That's going. Now let's take a gander at Grandma's cauliflower for her. It still looks like cauliflower. Let me back this up. You can see it in there. Alright, she wanted to play with it a second, so what you want to do? You want me to get it out for you? We'll be back. She's going to play with this. Alright, all she's really doing is just flipping them over. She had her timer set for 20 minutes. And she wanted to flip them over, and then she's going to cook them another 20 minutes. So that's all that's going on with that. So we've still got lots of time. We'll be back. Alright folks, stuff's smelling pretty good in here. I'm going to try to flip this right quick. Grandma's fixing to need the stove. You just heard it beep for her 1 minute warning there. The chicken's looking good. Wish we had some tortillas. Mom, do we even really want to do a ring? You want full with it tonight? It looks pretty damn good the way it is.
Right.
How long would it take to make some rice? Want this on rice? No? I got me a couple tortillas there. Looking good, and her stuff smelling good. We might not make that ring after all. But this is how we would have done it. And smell good. Alright, let's take a gander at Mama. You want me to pull them out?
Yeah. No, it's enough to but they're good.
There's what she's got going. It looks like cauliflower. Alright, she's gonna poke it with a fork. See how tender it is? It ain't real tender at all. So we're gonna stick it back in for a little while longer. She had turned her temperature down to 350. That might have been a mistake, we don't know.
I just don't want it brown.
Well, I understand, and it's brown, and she's saying she didn't want it to brown.
So much.
Right. Well, she's gonna set up for another 15 minutes, and we'll be back. Yeah.
Is that enough?
Hey folks, we forgot. I was just checking my chicken fajita, and it's done. You can see, let me lower you a little bit more. Grandma cooked them another 20, so that makes what? But right at an hour, don't it?
Cooked them 20 minutes, and then I cooked them another 20 minutes, and then 15.
So 55 minutes, and now she's putting Parmesan cheese on them. She said actually the recipe she read, get this one over here a little bit. It called for 2 different cheeses, 2 cups, 1 of each kind. But she's doing just this one. So we're getting ready to eat. Here's you can't see mine. I'm in your light. I don't know why when they build these kitchens they didn't put recording lights in here.
Go back in the oven.
It's back in the oven. We're fixing to call this a meal, folks. I don't know what else to show you about it. The proof's in the eating that you can't eat it. So, what do you want, 5 minutes? Or 3 or what?
Yeah, you don't have to set the timer. I'm going to check it.
Okay. But anyhow, let me raise that back up. Y'all keep going up and down. Y'all ain't got a clue, do you? Come on, raise. It is not cooperating. There we go. There, now you're fixed, I think. You want to get in this and tell them bye? She's over there saying, no. She's scared of the camera. She is camera shy big time. Hey folks, chicken fajitas and roasted garlic Parmesan cauliflower. They both look good to me. We are not going to make the ring that we was talking about earlier. She's not wanting the bread. I understand. I ain't blaming her on that. I've got a couple of tortillas over there that I can tear up and eat with mine. No big deal. We got a little bit of that ranch style beans and rice left from last night. So we're fixing to call this a meal. Hope y'all enjoyed watching it. And I hope I enjoy eating it. Y'all remember, God loves you and so do we. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night. Tell them good night, Mama.
Good night.
See? And they didn't even bite at you. Don't y'all bite at her. Bye.